All right, Barb, thank you. Well, Purdue University may best be known for its engineering, agriculture, aerospace programs. But the school is also recognized as a national model now for higher education. Purdue's innovative Cornerstone Integrated Liberal Arts certificate. It's considered now a model on how to reinvigorate liberal arts on campuses all over the country. That's why the National Endowment of the Humanities and the Teagle Foundation have committed at least $7 million to that initiative. And what does that mean now for liberal arts education? What does it mean for potential employers? We get some answers now from Purdue's College of Liberal Arts Chief Operating Officer and Chief Innovation Officer, Lori Sparger. Lori, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
So liberal arts at Purdue, as I mentioned, so well known for engineering and aeronautics, a land-grant institution, agriculture. But probably a lot of people don't realize there is a liberal arts program at Purdue.
That's right, there is. It's a liberal arts program both that serves students in our 40-plus majors, but also one that touches almost all of campus with courses that are delivered to students in written and oral communication across the entire campus.
And really getting some national attention for those efforts. Talk about that, because your efforts in liberal arts to really transform that began in 2014.
That's right. In late 2014, there was a study done by the Board of Trustees that was looking at what courses students were taking before they graduated. And part of what they learned was that history, philosophy, and literature courses were not taken by the vast majority of students. And so when our new dean, David Reingold, started, part of what Mitch Daniels asked him to do was to look at that and figure out how to add breadth to the curriculum of students from all across the campus. And that's how the conversations started that have now become the Cornerstone program.
And this initiative, this effort that, again, as you say, began back in 2014, is now getting national attention. Talk about that, because a just announced initiative that Purdue is really going to serve as a model on a national scale.
Right. Yeah, it is a humbling experience for us that this program that we started really a very short time ago in terms of university life has been recognized by a federal agency as a model for how general education should be delivered. So Teagle Foundation was an early partner of ours in the initiative on campus, and now what they're looking at is ways of helping colleges and universities across the country think about Cornerstone as a model that they can build upon.
And really, as you look at, and it's going on all over the country, and that's rethinking, reinventing, if you will, higher education. I assume this is one example of where you're looking at higher education, looking at things in a different way.
I think it is. The university has a core curriculum, and there are certainly areas in which students have to take classes. But what we wanted to do was really provide a roadmap that was very purposeful for students, that is built on a series of themes that align with popular areas of study for which Purdue is very well known, that gives students a chance to take the discipline that they're studying and look at it from a different perspective. To be a student who is interested in a career in healthcare and medicine and is now taking courses that look at it from the perspective of the humanities and social sciences in ways that give them more breadth and develop their communication skills in ways that I think serve them very well.
And how does this play into the pandemic and what companies of all sizes are facing in terms of kind of reinventing themselves? How does this liberal arts focus perhaps fit into that equation?
Sure. I think for me, it's very interesting. All of us in the spring had to sort of reinvent how we did many things, how our employees worked, how we created our products, how we delivered our services. And I think central to doing that well is having leaders who have a breadth of knowledge, who have some historical context, who have the ability to problem solve in some creative ways. And I think Cornerstone is preparing our students for that. In some ways, things that you study when you're learning how to build a bridge can be very binary. If you build it this way, it will stand. If you build it that way, it may not. But I think what students learn in our classes is there's a lot of nuance in between, and that there are many, many situations throughout the history of time that are replicated, that happen over and over again, and that we can learn from. And I think bringing those kinds of people into an employment environment adds some perspective that's really helpful and allows for some really creative problem solving.
The Cornerstone program in Purdue's College of Liberal Arts, yet another example of Purdue serving as a national model, and we'll be looking forward to following that as it goes along. Lori Sparger, the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Innovation Officer in the College of Liberal Arts. Lori, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
All right.